Welcome back to a new video. So this was my Saturday session, and for the most part went pretty well. So for snatching, you'll notice I took 5 kilo jumps, or I just added 5 kilos to the normal jumps I took until I got past 105, and then I went up to 112. I actually missed 105, which is really frustrating, but I just kind of wasn't trying hard enough on it. That's something that I was kind of noticing today, is I didn't have the aggression or the extreme energy that I would normally want to have for a heavy day. And I think some of that's just from being sore from the previous couple days of training and my quad tendons being sore. It's actually more like my back fatigue and quad tendons than actually anything to do with my shoulder, which, you know, is good and bad, because obviously it means I'm not going to feel great while I'm training, but it means that I'm not too worried about my shoulder being the limiting factor. Technique on the snatch actually felt really good, so I was really happy with how the weights were feeling. As far as like the bar path and movement, I just didn't feel very fast, which, you know, is always the case, but particularly because of the last couple days of training, really this whole week, it kind of makes sense that, you know, it's going to be a bit of a dip as far as what I'm able to actually do, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm not too disappointed with it because, as you see, missed at 105, but then made 112 the first time, missed 117, made 117, then made 120, and slowly getting back to the point where, you know, hopefully every week on the heavy day I'm able to get up to 120 and able to get up to more than 150 in the clean and jerk, and even if I am taking bigger jumps. And really I should take jumps like I'm doing in the snatch. Like I'll make this one here. I was pretty happy with the technique there, and then took a 3 kilo jump up to 120, and I think that's just smarter for me to do, to take smaller jumps when I'm getting up to these heavier percentages, which is easier to do with snatching because you can do more attempts without fatiguing yourself too bad. Clean jerks, it's a little bit trickier because I feel like it's more like a heavy squat, in the sense that like you just don't have a ton of attempts to take smaller jumps, so kind of have to take bigger jumps in a sense. But something I've also been doing, you'll notice here with the clean jerk, as well as you may have noticed with the snatch, that I repeated the first weight that I did besides the bar, which for clean jerks I usually don't do the bar if it's just a normal training session, just because I'm already warmed up as much as I'm gonna be after snatching. But I did 75 kilos twice here, just to, you know, warm up a little bit extra, and I think that's just a generally good thing for me to do. It's not really a function of getting more volume in. Sorry if you hear my roommate hacking and coughing. I've avoided the illness, but he has not. Him and his wife have not avoided whatever plague that they have gotten, but I don't even have a stuffy nose, so I've lucked out in that regard. But once I did this 130 here, I kind of knew, like, I was like, ooh, that felt heavy, and I knew if 130 felt heavy, probably wasn't going to bode well for heavier weights. So I was happy with the jerks though, and I felt like I was pushing the back behind my head a little bit better than I have been. But I was really thinking this 145 was like, it's probably going to slap me, and the clean was very difficult, as you saw me pitching forward there, but I was happy with this jerk. You know, slightly forward, but with how hard it felt on the clean, I was definitely happy with that. And for some reason I thought I would try 155, because I guess that was kind of back in my mind. It's like, this would be, you know, more than what I did previously, the 153 earlier this week, or I forget exactly when I did it. But once I, you know, did that there to get ready for the jerk, I was like, there's just no way. I just don't have the aggression, the energy there. And it kind of just makes sense, because I did some pretty heavy powers the last 2 days, and front squats the last 2 days as well, even if it's not a lot of volume. It's more than what I have been doing, as well as that deadlift the other day. I think that is a big factor of making me feel slow. It's not the most useful thing to do just randomly during the week, but, you know, sometimes it feels good to do a heavy deadlift. So I just have to keep that in mind, that it does make me feel slower on actual weightlifting movements, even if it doesn't move too bad like it didn't the other day. But overall, productive day. Happy to hit the 120, and honestly, I'm pretty happy able to get up to 145 with how, you know, just kind of stinky I felt, really, like muscle and joint wise, going into the session. So pretty productive Saturday. Just as long as I'm getting above 110, 140, that's kind of like the bare minimum, and then anything like getting closer to 120, 150 is obviously, you know, really, really good. And just trying to, you know, do something that feels heavy, and I think that's the more important thing. It's not the weight that I'm getting to, because I'm not peaked or trying to peak. It's just doing something that feels heavy to practice those heavy weights, because I have bad technique, so I need that practice. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.